Hello, this is Dover in Washington, taking introductions for the Enriching Gifts Call. Who has joined us? Who else is online with us this evening?
Hi, this is Steve in Texas. How you doing, Dover?
Hi, Steve. Doing great. Welcome. Great to hear you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. We will be getting started here momentarily. Appreciate everyone's patience. Ron should be joining us here shortly. Hello, welcome to the call. This is the Enriching Gifts Education Call. My name is Dover, taking introductions here in Seattle. Who else has joined us?
Hello, Dover. James here from Sydney.
Hi, James. Welcome to the call.
Thanks.
You're welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm going really well, thanks.
Good, good.
How's life over there in Washington?
Oh, it's beautiful. Everything's going well. The state is opening up,
Oh, that's good.
quote unquote, what they would say normal. So yeah, there's lots of good stuff happening. Weather's been decent for us. Good stuff.
Yeah, no, good to hear.
Yes, thank you. All right, so we will be getting started here, and welcome to the call. There he is, the man of the hour. Welcome, Ron. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. All right, so we will take one last second introductions. Here we are. It's Wednesday, May 19th, 2021. This is the Enriching Gifts Education Call. If you have not had an opportunity to say hello to us, please do so. You're in the right place, and it is the right time because we are going to get this call started. So anyone else want to unmute yourself and say hello before we get going?
This is Ronnie from Texas.
Hi, Ronnie. Welcome to the call. All right, Ronnie, we will make you the last introduction. As I said, we want to get this call started. We're very, very fortunate. And we're winding down for the summer. So again, for the summer, coming up, this will be our last. We'll have this call and next week's call, which I'll be on travel to Las Vegas, but we'll make it work. But we're going to be, closing up for a short period of time throughout the summer so Ron can recoup and take care of some things that is near and dear to him. And so I would just want to say welcome to each and every one of you. We have our host for the call tonight, Ron Schneider, founder, formulator, educator, servant leader of Enriching Gifts International. And so, Ron, I want to bring you out and just say thank you. I'm not sure where we're going tonight's call, but I'm really looking forward to it. How you doing, buddy?
Very good. Thank you. Very, very busy. I apologize. I was going to look up that thing that we talked about last week that was becoming such a hot thing, and I just have had no time. I've been trying to get my training center up and the sprinkler system. I've had nothing but problems with it after the winterizing and stuff. So that's why I'm a little bit late in getting on the call. They just left like 2 minutes ago. So we'd spent over 5 hours today digging holes everywhere and trying to get that thing figured out. But anyways, neither here nor there. But I did want to talk about something again, because you guys heard me mention last couple of weeks ago about the steak oatmeal test kind of thing that was on the internet. And I've had several people ask me about that. And surprisingly, there's people that I do business with that aren't even on the internet, like the Amish and Mennonite. And they've even had several questions about that product and another product. And they're both doing steak. And it's a raw piece of meat, and it's not even close to an ounce. It looks like just a little sliver, probably a quarter of an ounce, and it's raw. But again, I want to get back to the premise of that video and point out three major flaws that, it's very deceptive. And I'm almost thinking about turning them in to the FDA. I mean, it's crazy because steak, when it digests, should not turn black. And there's no elapsed time on that video anywhere. It doesn't reference in speaking about the product. It doesn't reference in the before and after or as you're going through the process to the time frame in which all of those, and they do add 12 capsules, 12, and they're big ones. They're easily 600 milligrams, probably maybe even 800, 900 milligrams worth of enzyme blend, and they add 12 just to digest that tiny little, it can't even be close to a quarter ounce is what I'm going to say. Because I know what an ounce of steak looks like, and it's definitely nowhere near an ounce. So it's probably a quarter of an ounce, like McDonald's cheese, or I'm sorry, not even a quarter of a pound. It's a quarter of an ounce. But it turns black. And when you digest meat, because I actually did a slow demonstration and stuff, I used about 6 enzymes, had a little bit bigger piece of meat, and I did it with hamburger, and it does not turn black. It just doesn't. It just breaks it down, gets a little watery. You don't lose much of the color. So I don't know what that video is all about, but it's very, very deceptive, and it's not accurate of a good enzyme at all. So I just wanted to point that out because it's been brought up at least 4 times this last week. And I want to update everybody because sad to report, our 270 enzymes that we were supposed to be getting in mid-July has been pushed back to August 12th. So we're going to be out of enzymes for at least the first couple months of summer. And I've got so many people that are pre-purchasing it, and I just ordered 25,000 bottles. Normally, if the order that we got in last year was 7,500 bottles. The order that we just ran out of was 15,000 bottles. And I just ordered this order coming in, 25,000 bottles, thinking, ooh, man, that's an awful lot. I don't want to get stuck for 2 years code dates. You know me, I always like to keep everything fresh as I can, keep at least turning over inventory 2-3 times a year rather than once every 2-3 years. But I'm almost halfway through this 25,000 bottle order that's coming in. So one thing I would encourage people to do when we have this in stock up. Because, I mean, I've ordered another order, and I ordered another 25,000 bottle order 2 weeks ago. But again, that's not going to be in until sometime in early November, late October, at the very, very best. But they say it could possibly even be the first of the year. So that's kind of the situation on the enzymes. And the daily detox, that is scheduled. That should be in somewhere around the 21st, 22nd of June. So that's literally just a month away. And doing the best I can to keep up with this inventory, but it's really, really hard when you got a growing business and with such, 8-month lead times before you can get an order in once you place it. It's really tough. So those are the little updates on the latest on the enzymes and on the inventory and stuff. Otherwise, everything else we're pretty good on. Our Steromax, we are running a little bit low on that, but if we do run out, shouldn't be more than a month out of that. And luckily for us, we're in the summertime, so that's really want to have something in stock by September 1st, not necessarily the summer. Because COVID's kind of ran its course. I don't know if everybody's watching TV or not. Almost every single Republican governor state, the mask mandates are gone. The retailers, they just kind of left it up to them, but over 80% of those, Costco just dropped theirs. So there's a lot of positive things going on. And Montana hasn't even had one death. That's crazy because I know Gianforte got so much crap for for dropping the mandate and all that other stuff when he got into office this year. And we've pretty much been open. We just got done with our big famous Miles City bucking horse sale. And it's the largest in the world. In fact, you can see it's in the Guinness Book World Records. That little town that I grew up in and live in sells more alcohol in a 3-day event than any other 3-day event in the world, like Mardi Gras down in New Orleans or the big parade thing over in Brazil. Per capita, we sell more alcohol and consume more alcohol for a 3-day event of any event in the world. So, and we just got done with that this last weekend. But anyways, didn't really have, I really wanted to have that topic about that. I can't remember what the heck the name of it was. Somebody contacted me a couple weeks ago. It's something to do with ketones. Anyway, and I wanted to straighten that all out. Because again, you cannot change the DNA of the human body once you're formed and born. Everything is programmed. It doesn't change. It just wears out as you age. But you cannot reprogram it with some crazy nutritional product or some kind of a ketone product. So I just wanted to clear that up, but that's going to be next week's call. I guess we'll do that for our final call. And other than that, I really didn't have a topic other than that enzyme thing came up, like I said, 4 different times. 4 different people this week brought that steak digestion video thing up and asked me what I thought about it. And I said, it's a scam. It's, first of all, slow it down if you can and count how many capsules that speedy old hand is doing. 12. Not a good product. And it's 2-3 times more material in each capsule than mine. So anyways, I'd much rather just open it up for calls and questions, and hopefully we have some people on here that have some questions about health and disease, illness, drugs, whatever it might be.
Hey, Ron,
Excellent.
this is Sue Siegel. I do have a question. I'm
Yeah.
just curious. This may not be like one of these questions I should be asking, but I'm just wondering, what's the reason that you're not going to carry your amino acids anymore?
Because I just don't have the business to support them. They, as you notice, they went out of code. And I only put a 2-day, that did only have a 2-year code date. That's the last product that I have that I have a 2-year code date. Because, you know, for the last probably 3-4 years, we've had a final, what do you want to call it? It's not research. It's a toxicology trial study. We at least sitting on the shelf, and you wait for it to expire, and then you wait for it to see how long it deteriorates and what kind of deterioration factor, what kind of toxicity develops, bacterial, fungal, viral, whatever it might be. And all of our products are good, full strength, less than 1% deterioration for up to 5 years, every single one of them. That's because they're a vacuum pack encapsulation process that we do. Plus, we're down to less than 3% in the humidity in the room in which all of our products are produced. No other company can get below 27%. Most of them manufacture products at 45 to 60% humidity. We're down to less than 3%. And again, that's patented as well.
But this is such a great product. I love this product.
Yeah, well, I know you love it. So does a lot of other people all of a sudden. I'm completely out of the inventory. I mean, it just disappeared. Once people knew I wasn't going to get it back in, they were buying outdated. I mean, it's still good for another year because, like I said, that only had a 2-year code date on it. And we had a lot of research and development and stuff. So I can easily put a 3-year code date on that because we had that going on for 2 years before I even brought this product out. And this already had 2 years, expired in January this year. So we just concluded our 3-year toxicology study on that one back in March. And it's fine. It's just like all the rest of them. 3 years, zero deterioration.
If everyone had more education on the greatness of this product.
No, I agree. Yeah. And like I said, the education I would give people, if you wanted to see what kind of quality and pricing that I have, go to QVC, go to HSN. I've got photos in my phone that I need to get up onto the website, and that's my fault. I was with Talia. We redid the thing, and I should have put it up there, but it was, you know, we just had so much of it, I had to discount it down to less than cost. $20 a bottle is less than my cost. It cost me that much to manufacture. Well, actually a lot more than that even. But that's what I ended up selling almost half of my inventory at. Because I didn't want to throw anything away. I'd much rather just try to get it as least as I can, and get it out to people that are good customers of mine to use. No, I know. I've been hearing about it, but you know, I can't get any kind of a price. I mean, I can get it back in if you guys wanted to pay upwards of $75, $80 a bottle. That is
Well,
the discounted
I didn't
price.
get that $20 price. I was paying the full price. So
No, I'm just saying that the last 3 months, ever since it went out of code in January, I
yeah,
started selling everything at $25 a bottle, and then it went down to $20 a bottle, and that's kind of where it's at, and we're out now. We're done.
Hey, Ron.
yeah.
I just need to somehow increase the sales of that because I can't order smaller quantities and get anywhere near the price that it's at now.
Yeah.
So that's the dilemma I have. I mean, I'm just not a big enough company. I mean, we do millions of dollars worth of sales every single year, but it's just not big enough. And like you said, it does need marketing. It
Yeah,
needs
that's
to have the
the
information.
key. I think that's exactly if people really had the education more of you know what a great product that
Oh
is
yeah.
and what it
Well,
does.
like I said, I got comparisons to HSN, to Shop HQ, to QVC, and there's one other one, Evine, out of Minnesota. I've got those 4 on national television. There's not one single product that has more than 90 capsules in it, and there's not one single product. Even the daily special on HSN was $119.99 for 90
yeah,
capsules.
I believe it.
And every single one of them are even more than that. Amino acids, people just don't get the significance and truly the importance of amino acids. I mean, your brain functions with sugar, but all tissues in the entire human body are made up of amino acids. And a lot of times when your digestion starts to suffer, especially the older aging people, anybody over 45 is going to realize this. Your memory starts to go, your mobility starts to go, you get a little bit of dizziness and you're not so sure-footed. Your balance starts to go. Well, all those tissues are deteriorating because of lack of amino acids from your diet. It's not because you don't have protein in your diet, it's because your digestive enzymes are deteriorating. And that's what causes the human body to age. So these are all pre-digested amino acids. These are not elemental. Elemental amino acids is what you're going to get at Costco, is what you're going to get at a health food store. Your body has to go through and break those down. That protein powder has to be broken down through the digestive process in order to yield the amino acid profile that they're listing on the label per gram. So again, we already have the enzymes right into it. And these are pre-digested. These are already broken down in a free form, in both branched chain and free form amino acids already in the capsule.
That's why I love them so much.
Well, you and Leilani, and I know I've got Kurt's wife, and I could go on. In fact, I could go on for the next hour just naming names. And like I said, I've heard about it for the last 3
Think
months.
about maybe getting more in.
Hey, Ron.
It's not a money problem. I mean, I can get them in. I just need to, 1, put a 3-year code date on them. And 2, you know, there are a lot of people that do want it. I don't know why they just didn't sell. But I can't order anything less than 3,500 bottles and get anywhere near the price that I got them at.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be raising prices up and going competing with television and some of these other brands. It's just like that Cerevital. They have a amino acid product out now, $199 for a 120 count bottle.
Wow.
$200 a bottle. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, anyway, that was that. But I'll definitely consider it because it took an awful lot of research and development to even put the formula together. I mean, I bet you I've got at least $35,000, $40,000 just invested in the research end of it. So, but I appreciate it. I'll definitely give it some thought, and maybe it'll be something we can get in by the first of the year and kind of relaunch it the way it should have been launched.
Okay,
Because
thanks.
it's a fantastic product. Every
It
part of
is.
your body needs it.
It is. Good.
All righty.
Hey, Ron, can you
Anybody
hear me?
else? Yeah, go ahead, Dover.
Okay, sorry. I'm advocating for Sue and Leilani and the rest of us that use the amino acids. To Sue's point, a thought I had as you were discussing it with her, could we put together you brought it up earlier, could we put together a pre-order list for 3,500 bottles of amino acids, pre-purchase them from Enriching Gifts? Enriching Gifts puts the order in, and we met the price point, and the customer has their product. And I agree, we need to promote, we need to market it, and we haven't done a very good job. I have not done a very good job, but the product's amazing.
Well, it's not on you, Dover. I've got a booklet. Yeah, I've got a booklet that Lachelle went through and spent, I don't even know, a couple months in writing it and everything, and I still have it. I just haven't had time to sit down and go through it and figure out the corrections that need to be made and this and that. But it's on every single one of our products, including the amino acids. And she, when in her research and stuff, said, I had no idea about this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's amazing what you find out when you start getting a little bit of education.
Right.
So, like I said, it just needs a pamphlet, a brochure, and I've got pictures still in my phone of national advertised products that are similar, and it says right on there amino acids, same similar thing that I got. And the shocking thing is not only they're less capsules, but they're less potent, and they don't even have near as many amino acids as this product does. And this is geared towards weight loss. There's a lot of really good amino acids for your pituitary and your thyroid. And those are the two major glands in the body that control what your body's going to do as far as gaining weight, losing weight, burning fat, accumulating fat. So, like I said, it's just poor marketing on my part. But like I said, I'll think about it, but I got to get this COVID thing straightened out first, man. This is driving me nuts. I just don't know how anybody can do business 8 months out on an order from purchase to receiving it.
Sure.
That's really a challenge.
All right. Well, thank you.
But anyway,
thank you, Sue, for the question.
Yeah, great question. Good comment, even. Anybody else have any questions, comments for the call tonight? Anybody?
We have one in the chat, Ron. When is the actual date? Are we going September 1st? When will we resume the calls in September?
It'll be the Wednesday. It's the Wednesday before Memorial Day and the Wednesday after Labor Day is when we'll start the calls back up again. So I don't know what day Labor Day's on, but it'll be the Wednesday after Labor Day.
September 8th. Wednesday the 8th.
Yep. That's when it'll be up and going again.
Okay. Excellent. Anyone else? Question or comment?
Well, hi, Ron. This is
Ben,
Michael. I have a question about I have a customer that has an eating disorder. They can't eat solid food. It's just only liquefied diet. Any products will help.
Well, the enzymes, absolutely. Why are they on a liquefied diet?
They got something PTSD, watching something on TV or something.
They got PTSD watching something?
Yeah, watching like that, something dramatic or something, and then that's when they got an eating disorder.
So they have an eating disorder because of a traumatic event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why are they on a liquefied diet, though? That's my question.
Oh, she's scared to eat, she's scared to eat solid food because she's going to choke on the food.
Okay. Well, I mean, liquefied diet, I'll be honest with you, is probably better than a solid food diet because you put it in juicers, blenders, you're going to get way more nutrition absorbed in your body because it's much more effectively digested because it's already broken down to near a liquid state. So the only thing I would say that in order to enhance the utilization of the nutrients in a liquefied diet, take the digestive enzymes and probiotics. Because again, I'll go back to the amino acid study we did in October 1994, at the University of Rhode Island Medical Center with Dr. Atifa Wad. And in that study, we had 81 people, and they ranged from 18 to 83 years old. So these weren't all old people. There was a lot of them. In fact, I think over half of them were below the age of 27. But we wanted to get seniors and really advanced age people in there as well, just to kind of see where the comparison and the overall summary came out. And what happened in that study is I could take people, we gave them a 4-ounce sirloin steak. It's either 4 or 6 ounce. I think, no, it was a 4 ounce because it was a quarter pound. So we give them 2 portions of 4-ounce steak, and that's all they got to eat for 10 days. That's it. And we gave them the meal 8 hours or 6 hours apart because we took their blood 1 hour, 2 hours, and 4 hours, 3 blood specimens in between the meals. And the reason we did that is we wanted to, and for the first 3 days of the study, all they ate was the sirloin steak. We didn't give them any enzymes. We wanted a baseline. We wanted to see how efficient is the overall digestive process. What's the time frame it takes to get from the consumption of the steak to a broken down both free form and branched chain amino acid form, and then what percentage of that steak is actually assimilated at the cellular level of the human body. And so for the first 3 days, we just give them the sirloin steak twice a day. So there was 6 blood screenings per each and every person for the first 3 days. And that gave us a baseline. Then we gave them 3 enzymes with each serving of the steak. So they took 6 enzymes a day. And then the last days 8, 9, and 10, the last 3 days of the study, we took the enzymes away again, seeing if there was any lasting effects or altering effects or any negative effects at all. And there wasn't. And what the end of the study was, we found out that not only could we increase the time that it takes to, or significantly decrease the time it takes from consumption of steak to get the broken down amino acids into the cellular form usable for metabolism of the cell functioning. We literally cut that down 243% faster. Our amino acids from the sirloin steak, we're getting to the cellular body 243% faster than your body with normal digestion could do it. And then I'm thinking, holy crap, that's digesting so fast, it can't be completely digested. That was my first thought. But I should have known better. If it's getting to the cell, the only way it could get to the cell is to be completely digested, otherwise just circulate in the blood. So then when we looked at the branched chain and free form amino acids, what percentage of increase or decrease from the food source were we getting at the cell? And for branched chain amino acids, we increased that by 723%. And free form amino acids increased 525%. And we got that nutrition of increase into the cellular body 243% faster than your body could do it on its own. So I'm going to come back to the liquefied diet. You might be consuming a liquefied diet, which is going to enhance the assimilation a little bit because of improved, it's not as strenuous to break it down through the digestive process. But by adding the enzymes, you're going to get maximized nutrition from whatever food source, nutritional supplement source, protein powder, whatever you're putting in your body, you're going to maximize the benefits of whatever that ingredient or product is, even drugs. Makes drugs work that much more efficiently too. So that's all I can kind of give you regarding a liquefied diet. But choking, cut smaller pieces and learn to chew your food. And that should eliminate any kind of choking unless you got really bad teeth or no teeth in your mouth, and that's a problem. But yeah, it's kind of a odd question, but that's the answer I'll give you. How's that? Help you out, Michael?
Yeah, that helped. Thanks, Ron.
Okay. Yep. Anybody else? Questions, comments? Anybody?
Ron, Joe Vandelos, how are you?
Hey, Joe, what's up?
Question. I just got my numbers back for my cholesterol. I wanted to throw them at you.
Okay.
The good cholesterol was 57. Now, this was 3 months ago. The good cholesterol was 57. The bad was 209. Now, and there was a total of 307 combined, whatever they
Right.
consider the total to be with lipids.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
I just had it done a week ago, and it actually got worse. It went up to, even though the good cholesterol went from 57 to 65, the bad cholesterol went from 209 to 235, and the total number went from 307 to 335. So
Yeah,
I
don't
was
worry
doing
about the total number because don't worry about the total number because
the organic coconut oil, like you said, and I can see where the good cholesterol went from 57 to 605, but now the bad cholesterol also rose.
well, again, and you did this in 3 months,
Yes.
and you're staying consistent with your antioxidants and enzymes.
Every single product that you produce,
Okay.
I take.
All right. Well, that's really weird. You're the first one that I know that's not got a great results with it. What brand of coconut
okay.
oil are you using? Is it a cold?
I'm using the organic.
Virgin?
I use organic coconut oil.
What's the name of it?
Not sure.
See, what concerns me, Joe, is you just said organic coconut oil. You didn't say extra virgin.
Oh no,
And there's a difference.
It's organic extra virgin. It is extra virgin organic.
Okay,
That
because
is correct.
extra virgin is a cold pressed coconut oil. It's not heat treated to get maximum relief.
You know what?
And
I think it's the Costco brand. Costco organic virgin.
Trivita?
I don't know.
Trivita or Nutravita, something like that. Because that's the kind that we use, and I got great results with it. In fact, everybody I know that I've ever recommended to it has gotten great. You're the first.
Well, like I said, my good cholesterol did go up like it was supposed to.
Right.
But so did the bad. And, I am watching what
Are
I
you
eat. I don't eat
altering
any
your
other
diet
oil.
at all? Are you
What?
altering your diet at all, trying to limit your meat fats and stuff, your LDL
Yes.
cholesterol consumption?
I eat very, very little meats. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I eat almost no dairy. No, very, very little eggs. Let's see what the coconut oil is. Yeah, it is it's the organic virgin coconut oil, cold pressed, unrefined.
What's the brand name of it?
Kirkland.
It's not Nutravita.
No, it's cold pressed, unrefined, organic virgin coconut oil.
Yeah, because Costco carries one, but it's called Nutravita.
Oh, okay.
And that's the one that we get. It's not the Kirkland brand. It's Nutravita is the one that I get.
But I wasn't
I don't
sure.
know. The only thing I could tell you is maybe just try switching brands. And but you always want to make sure to look for cold pressed. Doesn't even have to be organic, but you definitely want cold pressed because that by definition is extra virgin. It's not a heat treated and it's not a heat extracted. It's the least processing of all of them, extra virgin, and that's what you want. I would just try switching brands a little bit. And you're using a tablespoon in the morning, tablespoon at night, right?
Actually, I just put it in my tea every night, like you said last time. You said just mix it with your tea. So I just use maybe like 2 tablespoons at once at night. Is that an issue?
Yeah, it is. Taking one in the morning, see, now you're just like more is better, like most people think. No, you have to spread it out.
It's the same.
Take a tablespoon in the morning and take a tablespoon at night.
Okay.
You want to take 2 at night? That's fine, but just make sure you take at least one in the morning and then 1 at night, because I'll tell you that cholesterol is really important in metabolizing fat and lipids that are circulating in your blood as well as stored in your fat cells. Your body has to have fat in order to burn fat, and that's what you're giving it. You're giving it a good fat, HDL cholesterol, to actually utilize. Don't make your body starve, because what's going to happen, your body needs that fat. If you don't have that fat available in the morning, it's going to produce its own LDL cholesterol. And that's why your LDL went up, because there's more cholesterol in the body. So your body's trying to counteract of that because it needs to burn off and metabolize, so it's producing more LDL. Yeah, it is important. You have to take it exactly the way, and I'll tell you, everybody that's done in the morning and in the evening, a tablespoon, 3 to 6 months, they're perfect. Their doctors can't even believe it. Just like mine, they are blown away with the genetics I have, and I've asked them, but they won't tell me. I said, can you give me my brothers and sisters test? No, we can't release that. You'd have to go talk to them to get that. Every time I try to get my comparisons to them, they don't do that kind of testing very often unless they're hospitalized for something. But Joy, my doctor, she's just blown away every single time that I go in there. She goes, I can't figure this out. She says, I'm really happy for you, but boy, I sure can't figure this out.
Is he
So
taking
instead of taking 2
digestive
tablespoons
enzymes?
at night, I'll take 1 in the morning and 1 at night.
Yeah.
Is he doing the
and do that for 3
enzymes?
months. What's that?
I'm just wondering, because I follow the protocol that you told us last year with my husband, but we were also taking a lot of digestive enzymes, and his results were just.
Yeah, I know Joe. He's using enzymes. He uses all of our products.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised because my husband's numbers went down so drastically in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
His doctor couldn't believe it.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, everybody gets great results. It's the first time I've ever heard of that not working. But when you're telling me, well, they all just double up at night, no, that's not going to work, Joe. It's like trying to take trying to take Steromax and benefit your immunity. I'll just go ahead and take it every meal as long as I get the 6 in a day. That's not going to work.
Right.
You got to take it exactly the way that it needs to be taken in order to give you a very specific result.
Well,
And
I do
we
take
were
the
taking-
Steromax in the morning by themselves every day. So what I'll do is I'll take them in the morning, and when I'm in an hour and a half after the Steromax, I'll take the breakfast with the
that's fine.
the oil.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be taken on its own. Like I said, you can put it in coffee. You can put it in with whatever you want to put it in with. Melt it a little bit. Some of it, if it gets chilled, it starts to get white and cakey. So a lot of people drink
Right.
it with a cup of coffee or a morning drink, tea or something that's warm.
Right.
But yeah, it will work for you.
Ron, we were
Ron,
taking
as
like
far as-
12 to 15 enzymes a day.
Oh yeah, Joe, he does that at least. He's doing 3 each meal,
Oh, yeah.
3 at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I
Ron,
would
in reference
switch.
to
I would do
memory.
2 things, Joe. I would do 2 things though. I would switch the brand and try to get that NutraVita and just
Okay.
try a different extra version of coconut oil, and then just take 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Do those 2 things, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get a different result.
Right. Okay. Another question. As far as memory, is Metabolic Complete good for memory?
Absolutely. And you know what's really extraordinarily good for memory? My amino
What?
acids.
I take them every
the
day.
amino acids. Yeah, because amino acids make up all of the tissues in the human body. And so those memory cells that are so, I don't want to say genetically prone because it's just a natural part of the aging. But a lot of times, like I said, the older you get, the less enzymes you have. So the less amino acids your body's going to have to not only function with, but to regenerate and maintain itself with. A lot of people don't know this. I've been taking those amino acids way before I ever got them in my own formula. I got them out of England, out of Kingsley's, is where it's been. And they've been around for, probably 12, 14 years. And, ever since I started that, I don't have any of these memory problems and I never really had that many. But I'm telling you, when I start talking to all of my clients that have been with me for 25, 30 years, it's amazing. None of them have anywhere near the memory I have. They can't even remember half of the experiences that them and I had together early on when they first started with me and stuff. They can't remember that well. And that's all of them. And
Well, Ron, I can certainly attest to that.
How can you possibly have that memory like that? And I'm like, I take my enzymes and I take my products. But I'll be honest with you, I was using the formula from Kingsley way before I reformulated this. And I reformulated this one so it deals with hormonal issues, with especially fat metabolism, but in even muscle mass. Because like I said, that's where the weight loss part comes in at. If you have the different amino acids that actually make up muscle tissue mass, and they're pre-digested, your body, the muscle tissue is so active, it's always looking for amino acids to rebuild and replenish itself with, that particular type of tissue. And so if you can do that and you preserve, you don't have to keep building. So many people don't realize if you could just preserve what your body does on a regular daily basis through work and just normal activity, vacuuming, walking around the house and normal digestive metabolism, you could just preserve 80, 90% of that. You wouldn't ever have to work out. You wouldn't be very muscular, but you'd have lots and lots of muscle tissue to metabolize your fat calories in your diet, where you'd never have to worry about putting on pounds.
Right.
And that's all amino acids.
The reason I'm asking, I mean, I've noticed, I'll attest to what you're saying, because even since I've been taking them the last year and a half, my memory's been much better, and I didn't know what to attribute it to. But my son has been having problems with his memory and severe problems, and he's only 27, Julian. So I didn't know what to attribute, that function to.
Yep, that's what it is. And like I said, the digestive enzymes, if you're taking those, will normally increase dramatically the amount of amino acids you're getting from your protein in your meal, whether it's hamburger, steak, chicken, turkey, pork, beef, whatever. That's where you're getting that enhanced memory and stuff, and you're getting that muscle tissue maintenance. But if you can actually have pre-digested, readily available amino acids without having to go through the digestive process, and we even ensure and guarantee that those amino acids are going to get there, because there's even digestive enzymes inside the amino acids, even though they're pre-digested. So, that's, like I said, I guess I just really didn't take the time to bring out and really put together a nice marketing brochure for this product. It's kind of sad because it's so beneficial in so many different ways.
I think the amino acids are outstanding. Yeah, well, like I said, at some point in time, we'll have to give her another go around and see how that comes out, because like I said, my problem isn't a money problem. I can keep bringing out stuff and this and that, but I only want the stuff that really, really works and serves people in an aspect of health in a very unique way. And the unique way is high quality, making sure that there's enough quality in there that no matter who uses it, they're going to get great results every single time. That's what I'm always looking to fulfill in my goals as a formulator and the research end of it and everything. I don't want to have to just sell something to make money. I want to make sure that we're really changing humanity and giving people great results for their money that they spend with our brand and our company. Life-changing results. I think the amino acids fall in that category totally. I think it's just that we just have to get it marketed a little bit to make the sales there. But I think as far as quality, I think it's outstanding.
Yep. That's back on me. Yeah, everybody got great results, their hair, their nails, and their skin, and I heard all about it.
Yep, weight loss.
What's that?
I have a friend that was upset that she couldn't get any more because she said that was really helping her with weight loss.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is, hair, skin, nails, and weight loss.
Yeah.
And there's 2 amino acids in there I put in really, really high amounts because that supports muscle tissue mass. And like I said, muscle tissue, if you can just support what you have rather than trying to build and rebuild, because I'm going to tell you, muscle tissue, your body can break that down so much easier than it does fat. That's why most people don't maintain muscle tissue mass unless they're working out regularly, because it's so easy for your body to break that tissue down and use it as a energy reserve source when there's not enough calories in your diet to support what's going on in your body's metabolism. What it does, it breaks down muscle tissue and uses the amino acids from that tissue to support cell activity. And so it's pretty easy to to figure out. It's definitely weight loss is one of the big things that I brought it out as. And we had some really good testimonials the first 3-6 months that we had it out. We had some great weight loss testimonials, and then it just kind of, we went on to other things, and I'll bring it out again one more time. I'll see what we can do about getting it out somewhere around the first of this year. Like I said, money isn't the problem. It's just there's so much lead time to get anything in right now. And with that one, I just bare minimum, I have to order a minimum of 3,500 bottles. And if I could get a 5,000 bottle order, I'd even get a little bit better price than what I have right now. Sure, we could take another $5 off on the retail side and even on the savings side. So, but right now I just don't have the business to support it. But again, like I said, I'll take that back on me. We didn't really have any marketing materials or anything to promote it with. And I figured, everybody can see what's going on TV and stuff, and then compare that to what we got. Even Kingsley's was almost 3 times more expensive than what I got. And it's very, very similar in formulation, except for they didn't have any enzymes. They didn't have the 2 aminos that I put in for the muscle tissue. And they didn't have the capsule count we had. 120 caps was their bottle. And that's another thing, as I come out and reformulated it, I don't know. I think 180 capsules was just too much because most people were only using 3 and 4 a day. So they didn't need any more than that. So we might come out with a lesser capsule count, make it a little bit more cost effective too. I don't know. I'll look into it though. Won't commit to anything until after the first of next year though, because even if I got it in today, I wouldn't even get it until probably next February. So hopefully this COVID thing will just get the heck out of all of our lives real fast. We'll get back to normal. Anybody else have any questions, comments before we go for the night? Anybody?
And are these calls replayable somewhere on archives of last calls?
Yes. Dover, go ahead and kind of explain that to them if you would.
Absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yes, if you go to the corporate website, enriching.gifts.com, enriching.gifts.com, on the About Us tab at the top, there's going to be a drop-down menu, and it says archive calls or last call. So after tonight, this call will go into the queue, and it should be uploaded, if not by tonight, first thing in the morning. But yeah.
Hey, Dover, you're fading in and out a little bit. Are you there?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, now you're better. Yeah, you're fading in and out. Kind of got a ping to it.
Oh, okay.
So
My apologies.
About us.
So yes,
and then
go to the About Us tab, and then you go down to the archive calls and or the last call tab.
Yes.
You can access it either way.
Okay.
And then tonight's call will be up, or today's call that we're on currently. Once it's in the queue and uploaded, it should be there. If not tonight, first thing in the morning.
Thank you there.
All right, you're welcome. Great question. All right, anyone else with a question or a comment?
Hi, Ron. James here, Ron. Look, I've got a question.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing? I've got a question. A friend of mine suffers with a lot of ringing in the ears, tinnitus, and I guess is the jury still out on, is it an ear issue or is it a brain function issue? So I just wanted to see if you could enlighten us.
Ringing in the ear is not a brain function issue. It's not. Has to do with the equilibrium of your fluids in your inner ear. Because I'll tell you, the metabolic complete and the aloe ACE max and the digestive enzymes. I used to have ringing in the ear. James Walker who used to run our back door when I was working in Phoenix, Arizona and stuff, he actually developed ringing in the ear because of vertigo, the virus that causes vertigo. You know, the inner ear imbalance where you're bouncing into things and stuff, and you just got this ringing in the ear, this buzzing noise. So the ringing in the ear is definitely caused by an inner ear inflammation, which causes the fluids in the inner ear to become imbalanced, and that's what causes that vibrating or ringing in the ear you hear. But I was always able to help people with that, including myself, got rid of it. And it's just the enzymes, the aloe max, and the I believe it was the Metabolic Complete.
Okay, great.
Yeah. It has some kind of antioxidant component to it. Not sure how that all fit in and stuff. But I was just taking 2 metabolic, and then the aloe I was taking 4. And then the enzymes, of course, I've been using handfuls of enzymes my whole life, ever since I got into these things 31, 32 years ago.
Okay, I'll take that on board. That's great.
Yeah, because the enzymes will help to reduce that inflammation factor, whether it's viral, whether it's plaque buildup, or whatever caused the ringing to begin. Inflammation is a big factor to ringing in the ear, and the enzymes actually break all of that stuff down to where you can actually get the inflammation reduced or completely eliminated. And then eventually that inner fluid will balance itself out.
Okay.
But it's definitely not a brain. It's not a brain thing.
Okay.
Because I've experienced it a couple different times in my life.
All right.
All righty.
Thanks.
You betcha. Anybody else? No? Well, I'll just say next week is the last week. If anybody has any friends, family with cancers, heart issues, anything with disease related or drug related, next week will be the last week that we'll have for the entire summer. So if you know of anybody that needs some help, bring them on the call. Otherwise, we'll just say good night, and we'll see you next week. And I definitely will have research done on this ketone subject for next week, because it's kind of a fascinating little thing that was going on. I started looking into it, but like I said, all this stuff going on at training center trying to get spring cleaning done is kind of taking me away from that. So, but I'll definitely get it done this week. Dover, you want to close out the call?
No, that was great, Ron. Thank you. We'll see everybody next week. Awesome call. Take care, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you.
Right. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ron.
For now.